Self-inflicting wounds is the story for the Buffalo Bills in the first half of the game against the Arizona Cardinals. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Durfee with the Go Bills podcast. And the first half, I got to say, not a good start from the offense or defense of the Buffalo Bills. They did get it going towards the second half of the game. A couple of penalties that helped the Bills be able to get to 17-10 towards the end of the quarter. And this is one of those stories where I believe strongly that the Bills not having Josh Allen out there for preseason really hurt them. Even though he did go 5 of 5 for 76 yards in that first half, you could tell that the momentum and the rhythm of the offense was not there. And that's one area that I think the Bills really could have helped out Josh by just getting into more of a rhythm and having him out there on the field. I think if another preseason game was there, you could tell that the rhythm of the offense would be back to normal. A lot of self-inflicting wounds on offense and defense in this game. The penalties, that's another area that for the Bills that really hurt them in that first half. You look at it, and it's 5 penalties for 40 yards. But so many of those penalties were on first downs or second downs, or even third downs where it came down to a few plays where we were at 3rd and 1 and we had to get backed up. And it's just the self-inflicting wounds on offense that we saw. You look at the time of possession battle for the Buffalo Bills versus the Cardinals. The time of possession battle is almost twice as much for the Arizona Cardinals in this game, 20 minutes to about 10 minutes for the Bills. And really the defense has been out there on the field way too much. And that's one area that needs to be cleaned up is getting off the field on defense on third downs in this game. Did not like what I saw from the defense, a little too predictable and not really utilizing what the strengths of the Arizona Cardinals are, and that is having Kyler Murray scramble out of the pocket. You got to contain Kyler Murray, and I mentioned it in the pregame show, guys. You got to contain Kyler Murray, set the edge, and make sure that he doesn't scramble out to his right or left, because when he does scramble out to his right or left, he can make big plays in the games. He's utilizing tight end Trey McBride a lot in this game, and you're seeing guys get wide open. So the coverage ability from the Buffalo Bills needs to improve in the second half, and I think that with Bobby Babich calling the plays, he's being a little too conservative, and he needs to showcase what exactly the Bills are going to do and create an identity towards the next few games of the season, because we're going up against some elite wide receivers next week in Miami in just a little bit. Let's go around the NFL real quick and showcase other games that are going on in regular time. The Saints are up 30-0 on the Panthers with about a minute left in the second quarter. Other games at halftime, all other games besides the Titans and Bears are at halftime, and the Jaguars and Dolphins. Halftime score is 14-3 Vikings over the Giants. 10-0, and this is a little bit of a surprise for Cincinnati, as they are in a little bit of a crisis mode right now, because they are on pretty much on alert right now for an upset alert. 10-0 Patriots over the Bengals, and I mentioned earlier in the week how much the Cincinnati Bengals struggle early on in the season, and how this could be a game that the Patriots can win because of the early struggles for the Cincinnati Bengals. 10-9 in favor of the Falcons over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Texans are up 12-7 on the Colts at halftime. The Titans are up 17-3 on the Bears. The Jaguars are up 14-7 with about a minute left to go in the second quarter on the Dolphins. Other games going on today, we do have the Broncos and Seahawks at 4 o'clock, as well as the Raiders and Chargers. And the Commanders and Bucks are on at 4:25, as well as the Cowboys and Cleveland Browns at 4:25. Later today, we will have the Rams and Lions game at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be a great game to watch later on today. Now, the Bills do need to get back into a rhythm on offense and just utilize James Cook as well as Josh Allen on the play action passes and just get into more of a rhythm and keep the ball in Josh Allen's hands. We do have the ball starting off in the second half. That's one thing that we can do is double dip, which I love to say. You see it happen all the time in the NFL where guys double dip in the first half and going into the first half, ending, and then the second half. It's super important to get points on the board and get back into this game and give the momentum back to the home team in the Buffalo Bills. In other areas, just contain your gap integrity for the Buffalo Bills on defense and just play within yourself. That's other areas that I want to see for the Bills. We do have a little bit of a update on Taron Johnson for injury news. He is questionable to return. He was in a brace going into the locker room, so it is probably going to be determined that he won't play throughout the rest of the game. I do want to get to some of the team stats throughout the first half of the game. The Cardinals have 14 first downs to the Bills' 11 first downs. The third down efficiency, 5 of 7 for the Cardinals on third down, and 1 of 2 for the Buffalo Bills on third down. Neither team went for it on fourth down yet. Total plays on offense for either team, the Cardinals 36 to the Bills 19. Total sacks, 1 for the Cardinals, 2 for the Bills. 0 punts in the game so far, 1 fumble loss for the Bills, and 0 interceptions thrown. Total yardage in the game, 190 for the Cardinals, 141 for the Bills. Total passing yards in the game, 131 for the Cardinals, 266 for the Bills. 75 rushing yards for the Bills in this game, 59 for the Cardinals, and the yards per play, 7.4 for the Bills to 5.3 for the Cardinals. Let's get back into a rhythm on offense and also on defense. Just contain and get off the field on third down. That's going to be the areas that I want to see coming up. But the Bills are about ready to get back onto the field. Just a couple seconds. We will end our halftime show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, as well as Threads. And we will see you guys after the game for our post-game show immediately following the conclusion of the Bills and Cardinals game. We'll see you next time. As always, go Bills.